Hey guys, it's Tori and I'm here right now with Halestorm. How are you guys doing?
We're doing fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time for us.
Yeah, of course, anytime. I mean, as I already said, you guys walked up to the press area and I was like, damn, look at them. So how could I not, honestly?
Well, thank you, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we're here at Welcome to Rockville, and I feel like you guys are at a point in your career where I would consider you veterans of the rock scene. Would you feel that as well?
Yeah, it's a little tougher for us because time moves in a different way. Like, we still feel like we're like 18, you know, when we're well, you know. You still look like you're 18.
Just 19 now.
19 now. but no, it's interesting because
I think this is like our 5th or 6th Welcome to Rockville. We've done this festival so many times, so it really feels like home when we come here, you know?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I can definitely feel that as well. It's my 3rd and I felt like, oh, I'm back, I'm home. It feels like time just didn't even pass. But since you guys have been around for a hot minute, you know, now that you're 19 years old, as we said, how does it feel for you guys to be surrounded by some of these newcomer bands that are out here and it might be their first Rockville, sort of showing them the ropes a little bit?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing to see that because like we just recognize the excitement of playing a festival like this, but we remember what it was like to be like, oh my God, and like you wake up and you hear the bass drum being checked and all the noise and then you gotta like make your way to catering and like pretend like you're cool enough to be here.
Our set time is like 11 a.m., like a half hour after doors, and we're so excited, you know. Yeah.
Everybody's so
luckily, I don't think we really lost that. Like we still get just as amped to get up there, so we're blessed that way.
Still the same feeling. Like right now we're at like the bottom of the roller coaster ramp before it goes. We're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, and it's showtime. Oh my God. So if anything, it's harder to wait. I almost would rather to like do the show at like 11 a.m. when you are, you know.
And then the work is done. We can start drinking.
If anything, it's like a disadvantage. You have to wait.
No day drinking today.
So kids, when you're starting out on the festival, like 11 a.m., just appreciate it while you can.
Appreciate the day drinking.
Yes.
Yeah, there are definitely perks to it. And are there any up-and-coming bands, maybe whether they're at Rockville or not, that you've had your eye on?
There's a new metal. Well, I don't know. They've been around for a while, but they've kind of been breaking on the scene. There's a new metal band called Code Orange, which I absolutely love. And you know, Reba's my hero. And let's see, there's another band.
We know the guys in Avatar. They're really cool.
Oh yeah, they're really
good.
Too.
The lineup at this festival is pretty badass this year, all around. You know, the Foo Fighters are gonna be. Oh my, I'm sad we're gonna miss that. You know,
you got Ozzy though.
Tomorrow we got Ozzy. That's coul.
That's true.
I'll take it.
Ozzy, that guy, I think he's got potential.
He's all right. He's gonna go somewhere.
We are. We're. This is kind of the first date. And tomorrow we start a tour with that we're co-headlining with in this moment.
Well, actually, tomorrow's
and
another
then,
festival.
And then, oh yeah, is it okay? Well, either way, we're starting a tour.
We do a few festivals, then we start up with In This Moment, Stitched Up Heart, and New Year's Day. So all female singers.
Yeah, New Year's Day is awesome, and Stitched Up Heart, and like they're kind of like turbulently like breaking onto the scene, and it's just really neat to see chicks working, and there's so many of us. So like honestly, like if anybody ever asks like, so what's it like being the only girl? I'm like, hey man, you're not paying attention. We're all over the place. So yeah.
Exactly. I'm so glad you said that.
Seriously.
Finally someone said it. But those are such great picks, and I feel like now everybody's like, oh, Halestorm said to check them out. Go check them out. Yeah. And onto your music a little bit as well. I know you guys are working on some stuff. It's going to be your first album in 3 years, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. The album cycles are nuts because just in the state of the music industry, they just keep getting longer and longer. So we squeeze the life out of every record. But we've been in the studio. We took our time making this record, and we're done with it. We're about to unleash some things on you next month. I wish I could give you titles and things like that, but I've been sworn to secrecy. But it's going to be awesome, and we're just really excited to get some new music out there and do it all over again.
Yeah. So what did take you guys so long? Were you just working for the last 3 years on this? How was the process?
I'll say like the writing process and the recording process were very different than the last couple records. You know, we were kind of in a time crunch to get music out to keep the momentum going, and this time we were kind of able to take a little bit more time and kind of just go right in the studio and start building the record from the ground up. Like most of the songs that are on the record are just written between the 4 of us in the live room. So, and our producer, the guy that we're working with, Nick Riskilinics, who's done like so many. He's done Foo Fighters, Mastodon, Queens of the Stone Age, Deftones, Alice in Chains. Like he just does.
He's the rock guy.
Yeah, he's just a great vibe guy. So it's been. it's been very kind of just hanging out and chasing what gets us excited, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it sounds very promising, to say the least.
I think it will definitely be the most Halestorm sounding record to date, probably.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
I like that. So in what other ways can we expect it to be different from your last album?
I think, is it safe to say this is probably like the weightiest record as far as like heaviness and just like,
well, we started
it's
throwing
the most rock record.
We started throwing one song in the set live just to test it out and see if the crowd would like notice if it was a new song or like, I never heard this before. And but the reaction was like really great, you know, compared to the last album cycles when we were releasing new songs. So yeah, it's feeling pretty promising. At least I hope. It's nerve-wracking, you know. But
it's kind of like I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. How most bands, when they're on their fourth record, they either go, well, let's just take a left turn and experiment, or let's just do the same thing as the last record. And we didn't do either one. We just kind of doubled down. We doubled down on rock.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of lifted that foundation up. And like RJ said, this is probably going to be the first record where you can actually hear all four corners of Halestorm and what makes us do what we do every night on stage. So
it's probably the most organically produced record we've done. There's no editing, there's no sample stacking, and the mixes are very much true to our original sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it sounds good to me.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be very unapologetically Halestorm.
Hey,
that's the vibe I'm getting, to sum that up.
A song like that.
I mean, hey, you said I look like I could be in a band, so that's where I'm starting. It's going to be a song about you guys. And last thing, I just need to know fashion inspirations. I'm just so curious. Where do you guys get your inspiration
Don't
from?
even ask me about that.
Come on, these camo shorts are giving me some life right now.
As a drummer on tour, I try to pack light, so I try to find that balance between comfort, flexibility, almost kind of athletic, and also trying to make it kind of look cool. So, you know, whatever. I'm just the drummer, so yeah, function and fashion, exactly. Yeah.
For myself, I realized that if you have a good stick of lipstick, write this down, RJ. A good stick of lipstick, some great shoes, and a good jacket, you can make anything work. And for like a person on the road, it's like that's kind of all I need.
Yeah.
But I always have a leather jacket on me.
Subtle mauve.
Yes. Yes.
I think I actually have one called Candy Apple, so thanks for calling me out. But that is actually some great advice. Thank you very much.
3 things. That's all you need. All you need.
Even I learned something today.
I know. Where's
Get yourself some lipstick.
Yeah, I know. What shade do you think? I don't know.
It's a nude.
Some
nude, yeah.
Some sandy beach
It's called
or something.
Burt's Bees.
Ooh.
Well, it's quite the buzz.
Oh my God. Well, thank you guys on that note so much for hanging out. This has been great. And everybody watching, make sure you stay tuned for Halestorm's new music. I'm excited, and you should be as well. Subscribe for more interviews, and we'll catch you later. Bye.